Hello guys and welcome back to MRC. We are here for Tier 0 on a Thursday night at 7 o'clock. It's always brilliant to watch these guys race. The racing is usually top tier. Are we gonna get back-to-back dry sessions in Brazil? Possibly. Who knows? We're about to find out. The qualifying definitely looks like it's going to be dry. It's completely blue sky. So hopefully for these guys, they get to experience a dry race. Tonight I'm joined by the encyclopedia of MRC and the wet weather king, because you got P8 in Tier 1 on Monday. So yeah, Carl, how are you?
Not too bad. It was only in qualifying. My race was an absolute shambles in Tier 1, but
yeah, but you did just say you're definitely a better driver than Chris now, didn't you? So
don't do that, because he's out on track tonight and he's in a McLaren, so I may be a little bit biased tonight.
What was it? Chris and Ant are trash, you said before this. Oh god. Yeah, I thought it was.
Don't start fights I can't finish.
I'm sure that's what you said, Carl. I'm positive. Maybe I don't think I'm imagining it, but no. Yeah, Brazil. You love it or hate it or?
I actually quite enjoy it. It's I've had a bit of a dodgy performance here. I've had good results, I've had bad results, I've had good qualifying, bad qualifying, but that's just part and parcel of racing. You have good days, you have bad days.
Yeah, I think that pretty much sums it up. Martin said it's dry the whole way, so some will be happy. Martin's not happy that it's dry. So
he did the same thing for Tier 4 yesterday. He said it was all dry, the flipping party pooper.
Well, I mean, yeah, although at the end of the race, what is GTS doing? Okay, maybe he's had a wheel disconnect again, because he had that yesterday in Tier 3 in the...
Yeah, the wheel disconnected on the exit of the pit lane.
Yeah, this time it's in the mid, just before the final braking zone of the lap. So, let's hope he gets that sorted. But yeah, no, Tier 4, I started to crap myself with about 5 laps to go because it was getting very cloudy.
Yeah.
And I was like, and I never actually checked the weather. I completely forgot to check the weather before the race. And I was like, oh god, have I set myself up for something terrible here? So, yeah.
Luckily, you had no rain to deal with, unlike myself, who had to deal with some rain in both Tier 2 and Tier 1.
Everyone literally had rain apart from Tier 4, didn't they, at some point? So,
yeah.
maybe Hornet at 108.
And as we know, Brazil, it's quite a high percentage for rain in Brazil, because as we've known in the past, when it rains in Brazil, it rains.
Yeah, it certainly does. I mean, last season Max won that extraordinary race that he
from 17th he came from, and
we nearly didn't have a quality.
By the time he was third, the red flag came out, because by the time they swapped to the full wet tyres, the red flagged it due to for safety reasons. So it does ask the question: is there any point at the full wet tyres these days?
No, I can already answer that. They're literally it's the biggest waste of money ever. These guys are trained professionals. Okay, safety should come, but I'm sure they can manage a little bit of rain, can't? God. Yeah, anyway, I'm going to stop raging. Rassam, come to the end. He's done the first sector. Let's see how he can do. He's one of the most improved drivers. I don't know how much of Tier 0 you've been watching, but he's come a long way this season. He's been right in the mix a lot of the time.
The only times I tend to follow it is if I have to commentate on it, which has been a while, to be honest. It's been a while since I've had to do a Thursday.
Yeah, you're normally Wednesday, aren't you, generally?
Yeah, I tend to be hopscotching between Tier 3 and Tier 4 on a Wednesday,
Yeah, no, I certainly get where you're coming from. If anyone wants to join the comms team, by the way, there are places. So feel free to DM me or Mark Hodgson and we'll get you a trial very quickly. So
And I'm sure Connor will give you personal lessons on how to curse drivers, that's for sure.
yeah, and I'll also tell you how to hate Chris Bailey and Ant before a race as well. So, oh God, sorry,
Well,
sorry, Carl,
speaking of Chris, he's not going to.
you're in a
Speaking
lot
of
of
Chris, he's
trouble.
not going to be too happy at the moment because he's had 2 runs and both
Yeah,
of them
I've
have
seen
been
that.
invalidated.
I was like, I'm gonna say nothing after what I've
Exit
said at the
of
start of this stream.
his second attempt, he invalidated on the exit of turn 6. He was as he was going up the hill, he slightly drifted too far wide, but I'm sure he'll get a timing on the board eventually. Definitely getting into the 1/8s will be Chris.
Yeah, I mean that's a stunning time from Mama Red. Wow, a 107.9.
7.9, yeah.
Let's have a look at the self-proclaimed rain god, Mr. Single Track. Let's see what he can muster up in the less moisture. So, the only moisture he's got going on is sweat in the cockpit.
He must be taking the role of George Russell tonight then.
Yeah, very much so. He's probably got a watering can in his car and he's trying to drop some water on the track as he goes round to speed him up.
Goes P5 anyway.
Yeah,
for his
if he's
first
got
run, that's
P5, he's
decent
definitely got a watering
banker.
can. Who is that? Chris Bailey has done a lap and he's into P5.
Yeah, it's currently Williams, Aston Martin, McLaren, your top 5. So
See,
it's
Carl,
very
you should have raced
Noah's
today.
Ark.
If Carl's P5, you'd be at least P2. Sorry, Chris is P5, you'd be at least P2. And so, God.
I'm not very good with no assist, that's why I don't do a Thursday.
Get good, Chris, that's all I have to say.
I'm in a party with him from week to week. I'm going to get murdered.
Well, that's only if he watches back. He doesn't like my voice, so he probably won't watch it, so you're okay. But we'll see. Vans is also on a lap, but he has got a car very, very close to him. I think it's...
He's on an out lap, so yeah, that, I believe that is the Mercedes of Martin Hill's just in front of him, who's on an in lap.
Doing him a favour and giving him a toe.
Yeah, nice handy toe for Vans down towards turn 1. He's going with him.
Oh my God.
It's only quali, boys, no
this
racing.
is a mess. Martin's invalidated. I think you got out of the way a bit late there, Martin, mate.
It's only qualifying and we've got people racing already. Too eager.
Yeah. Stop. That's all I have to say. Baby Hornet.
Nippy T's made a mistake. He's round in the second sector. I believe that is turn 7. I believe he's just gone round at.
Yeah,
he's got going again.
Unfortunate. Baby Hornet's 9 thousandths down on his middle sector time. Let's see what he can do. Can he improve in the final sector to get himself up? 108.4. He improved by about a 1/10.5.
Williams taking control of the qualifying session at the moment.
Yeah, it makes me sick seeing Armour and Baby Hornet 1-2.
Why, you drive Williams in Tier 4?
Yeah, but it's Armour and Baby... I can't have Baby Hornet in P2, that's disgusting. It doesn't matter what team he's in, forget that, that's irrelevant. Dumbest Hornet, the better Hornet, let's watch him, he's coming to the end of the lap. Let's see what he can do. Comes across the line, 108.8. Not far off his brother.
Just slips it in front of single track, both on an 8.8, but Dumbass Hornet an 8.54, whereas single track was an 8.73. So fractions and all that between the two.
Interestingly, Martin's just gone again on the same tyres.
And he's just locked up into turn 7.
Yeah, I'm interested to see if he can improve though, because that's good knowledge for other people. Well, I mean, it's the end of the week. Not many people are going to be using it as knowledge, but it just shows that maybe a double warm-up can work at Brazil, but I don't think he's going to. He's actually up in the middle sector.
Sorry, no, he's 37 thousandths up on it, so it's a very small gain. Rassam's
That's middle
retired,
sector.
turned 7.
Yeah. Oh, Martin bailed.
He's bailed.
Very late, mate, I add, but he did bail. Janberg, he's coming across the line. He hasn't. No, but he was obviously on an outlet. What about Nels, the Tier 3 championship leader?
Oh, Collins just popped it into second with an 8.3.
Yeah, good luck from Colin. Still, though, Armar comfortable at top at the minute.
Armar, since going to Tier 1, has been on another level.
Yeah, I've done a lot of Tier 1 comms this season, and I think I would say over the last 3 or 4 seasons, he's easily the most improved driver in MRC without a shadow of a doubt.
He just seems to keep improving as season goes on, and Nels has just gone P4.
Yeah, G-Star as well, mate. P3, we missed that. But yeah, good luck from him as well. So
there's about 3 drivers on an 8.4. You got G-Star, Nels, and Baby Hornet all on an 8.4.
Bailey
Chris
P2, Polskip P3. And still no one gets near Armar.
No, and Armar's on an outlap now, so he's getting ready for his second attempt. I believe he's coming to the start of his lap now. Yeah, he's just coming through the final turn 15.
Let's go and have a look at what he can do.
He's got loads of clean air in front of him as well, so he's got nothing to worry about.
That's going to be bailed, I think. I think he's going to bail. Yes, he's just had a big moment out of one.
Locked up into turn 1, and then the car seemed to unstabilise in between 2 and 3.
2 tenths down.
He's 2 tenths down.
Yeah, his battery. No, he is still pushing. He very much still pushing. He's using his battery down up to turn 6, so maybe he's just seeing what he can do if he can recover.
Big lock up into 7.
I think I've seen every driver lock up into there, though. I think it's just they're struggling with no ABS there.
Yeah, it's a very difficult one not to lock up when you ain't using ABS.
Yeah, I tried it once for one corner and then went, forget that.
He's still again, 2 tenths down after sector 2.
I don't think anyone's going to catch him.
No, I mean the closest ones we've got are both Chris and Polsky, both on an 8.2.
Yeah,
it's very close up and down the grid, but that's the nature of a short track like Brazil. You tend to get very small gaps between everyone's 1 lap runs.
Yeah, you definitely do. Yeah, it's Brazil's always one of the more exciting qualifying, especially in MRC. The gaps are, well, Tier 1's always close, but
it's a bit like qualifying in Austria because of the short track layout, and the same with Monza as well. The short tracks, you tend to get very small gaps between each driver up and down the grid, so it does bring some entertaining qualifying sessions, and it shows as well. If you get it wrong, you could be easily out of position as well.
Yeah, most definitely. I'll tell you what is great to see though, Maverick Mustang, the Tier 4 driver. I think he's raced every race, I want to say, this week. Quite possibly. He definitely raced both yesterdays, and he definitely he's racing today. That is some commitment.
Dedication, I'll give him that. Obviously he wants to improve, so he's...
I'd love to have the amount of time he has. I really would do anything for that amount of time. But
6 tenths up at the moment, yeah.
He needs a bit more than that, but he was very quick in Tier 4 yesterday, actually. After my 19th wing change, I spent quite a bit of time with him. So...
Yeah, you did say before we went live that you and him had quite a good scrap.
Yeah, but hey, He was on the soft tyres and he was just absolutely bulldozing the rear end of my car, and I was like, oh God, please just leave me alone. My brain did not have the capacity to be dealing with that last night. But hey, let's see what Nels does. He's a 10th up in the first sector, so could Nels be a contender for pole here after his tier 3 times yesterday? I believe he wasn't far off at 107 in tier 3.
Colin's a
Oh, he's
fraction up
invalidated.
further. Yeah, Colin further behind was up by 33 thousandths out of sector 1.
Yeah, these are
So
the times that
if
matter
he
at
has
the end of the session as well, so...
Yeah,
Oh, he's bailed.
he's backed off quite a lot, so yeah, Colin's bailed on that one as well.
There's a Ferrari approaching him, but I think he's on an out lap. Yeah, they both are. Let's have a look at single track. He's on a lap. He's just coming out of the final corner. Nope, he's bailed as well because he's got 95% battery. So he's going to go again here. A lot of people making mistakes on the last runs here. Nell starts again. Colin also starts again. What can Polsky do? What can Chris do? Chris is also right behind Polsky as well, so he seems to have just about enough space to get his lap in, that's for sure. No, Polsky has bailed. Let's go and have a look at Blowhole. First sector for Blowhole.
62,000.
Yeah, good little first sector for him. So it's the middle sector though here that makes all the difference, isn't it?
Yeah, I know a lot of drivers on this game are using low aero, but you need to try and find a middle ground with Brazil, especially for this middle sector, because as we know, it makes or breaks a lap.
Yeah, most definitely. Sure does, but this has been a very tidy middle sector from Chris. Let's have a look what he can do. He's actually down. He's lost time.
Down.
Oh, he's had a bit of a moment out the final corner as well. I think that's going to be Chris done for qualifying. Uses his battery very late down the straight. Let's have a look. Yeah, 1084. That's no improvement. Let's have a look at Pole. No, Pole Skips is going to go. He'll get round again to do. Yeah, he's just starting his next lap. So
Armar was a fraction down out of sector 1. I've just jumped to him. He's on his last run.
Yeah, I've just cut to him as well, funnily enough. Let's see what he can do in the middle sector. I think he's probably got pole wrapped up at this stage, I would say.
With his first run as well.
Yeah, insanity. It was...
Huge lock up into 7, just like you said earlier, seeing plenty of that.
A bit deep as well, that's the issue. He's still up though, marginally.
Up. Yeah.
Yeah.
37,000.
He has a lot of battery left. A crazy amount of battery left. Yeah, that's wild. Is he going to improve? He does by about 10th of a second. Let's see, what can Polsky do? Middle sector, 2/10 down, sadly. Colin's on an absolute flyer. He's a 10th up at the end of the middle sector. He doesn't have quite as much battery as what Armar Red had. He's got about 9% less, sorry, than what he had. So let's see, what can Colin do? Can he challenge the pole position? Not quite. He puts it on the front row though.
Chris.
Baby Hornet into P5. Floppy Loppy, he's going to be the last man. I don't think he's on a flyer. I think he's bailed.
Yeah, it's saying 4 seconds down.
Yeah.
Yep.
So qualifying
the Red Bull
is done. What a lap that was for Colin at the end to clutch a front row.
Front row with Armar pipping his teammate tonight, Chris. So both McLarens on that first and second rows.
Yeah, it's an all Mercedes powered top 5
sandwich. Yeah, all Mercedes powered, yeah.
And I think in, what was it, tier 3, the top like 7 was all Ferrari powered.
Yeah, because there's only 3 cars that have the
6,
Ferrari powertrain because
Yeah, top
you
6.
got
Yeah,
the Saubers, Ferrari, and the Haas. So yeah, it would have been top 6.
yeah. It was crazy to see. I was like, oh my god, if I knew that could happen in real life, I'd be in heaven. But your grid for qualifying: Armar takes pole, Colin is second, Chris third, Pole Skips fourth, Baby Hornet fifth, G Star sixth, Nels seventh, Nick eighth, Smith ninth, the Better Hornet in 10th, single track in 11th, Seb Mail 12th, Lorpy 13th, Rassan 14th, Schoenberg 15th, Van 16th, Maverick 17th, and GTS Drag King is being rubbish as always and puts it in P18. Who's your prediction to
You
win?
do like to ruffle some feathers, don't you?
I go around my fishing rod every day. I reel them in and have the time of my life. But yeah, who's your
You
prediction?
rage baiter.
Yeah.
Pace-wise, it's difficult to look past Armor, but it's anyone's game, and as we know, it's going to be dry, sadly, from what Martin Hill said during qualifying. So,
Yeah.
and it's not the easiest. It looks like it's easy to overtake round here, but it's not, because the only ideal overtaking spots you've got is into turn 1 and turn 4, and if you're
Turn
good with
4's a tough
managing your
one.
battery,
Yeah.
yeah, but to be honest, turn 1's just as difficult as well.
Yeah, that's
As
the
if
issue
you
because
don't,
you've
if you're
got
not
3
close
other
enough.
corners instant to think about in turn 1. That's the
Yeah,
issue. But and also, turn 1's not the best place to overtake because obviously here it's not a double detection for the DRS either. So
no,
you
it's
almost
two
want to stay
separate
behind.
ones.
And then that's what
Yeah,
I played that game on the last lap in Tier 4 yesterday. I let Maverick go into turn 1 and thought, right, I'm just going to focus on my exit, and I got him back before the DRS even opened down the next straight.
yeah, it's. I think the gap to make a move before turn 1 to make the overtake on the start-finish straight, I think the magic number is about 4 tenths.
Yeah,
Anything outside of 4 tenths, you're too far back. But it's to be honest, it's quite easy to defend turn 1 and turn 4 as well, because all you need to do is just manage your battery.
yeah. Well, I hit a very sad reality yesterday where I realised that I was running way too high wings here. So I was defending for my life down the straight and just managing. I spent genuinely the whole race just flicking the through the middle sector. I was turning my battery off totally, leaving myself with at least 70% for the last and first sector, and then turning it off again for the rest of the lap. So that's literally what I was doing, and it worked just about. So yeah,
Yeah, I know
interesting.
what you mean, because now we're a similar situation in, especially in tier 1, because I had the car set up more for high downforce because of the rain in qualifying, and there was rain going to come, but it came rather late. So it's one of those. If even if it's going to rain, and you don't know if it's going to be at the start or at the end, it's that gamble. Do you gamble with your dry setup and hope the rain doesn't come till very late, or do you go for the higher wet setup, thinking that the rain's going to come a lot earlier than it is predicted to be?
Yeah, it's always a tough one here. I think. I mean, I definitely prefer the medium tyre to start on at this track as well because safety car potential is very high around here.
Yes, yeah, especially with an early one, which you had in tier 4.
Yeah, apart from the fact I
Because
pitted the lap before for a new front wing.
I
So yeah.
believe you had the first safety car in tier 4 was about lap 6,
Yeah, it was, I think,
and
around that time.
those on the mediums went straight onto the hards, because it's about 2 laps behind the safety car. So by the time you're green flag racing again, you're practically on the lap that you would have pitted anyway.
Yeah, that's very, very true. But yeah, I'm interested to see what way these guys. These guys. Oh my god, I can't even talk. These guys go with their strategy, because it's always intriguing to see what go. Well, so I mean, someone in tier 3 yesterday had me and Martin absolutely baffled. I can't remember who it was, but someone just had us absolutely speechless on comms. We had no idea what to say about the strategy. Somehow it worked.
But as I think we've had a few drivers in Tier 4 in particular, because I think Heavy T, who finished second yesterday, did the one-stop medium hard. So
Yeah.
the one stop is doable, but you've got to nurse pretty much both sets of tyres, especially the mediums, because if you're backing on a two-stop, you're looking at a medium runner coming in around lap 8. But if you're trying for the one-stop, I believe the latest you'll see him coming is about lap 12.
Yeah. I mean, the tyres. I feel like I did a 14-lap stint on the mediums at the end, and I feel like I could have probably done another 2, but that is on low fuel. So.
Majority says mediums.
Yeah, I'm just about to flick over to that now. I am a failed commentator. Don't worry about it. The hard tyres, so the back 4. I think that's a pretty safe choice, though. If you're towards the back, do something different. And then, yeah, Nick obviously as well, but everyone else has listened to me, which means you're definitely crashing. But, yeah, so they're all on the mediums.
Kingsley in YouTube, Optimum is a medium hard. Yeah, the harder allocation really is a no-brainer around here, because even if you set up for the one stop and a safety car comes relatively late, yes, it's all right if you got a set of mediums, but you'd rather have the set of hards, because you'd rather play it safe, because as Martin said in the YouTube during Tier 4, the rears start to overheat towards the end of the stint.
The best strategy, though, is the one I did in Tier 4. Medium, hard, medium, hard, medium. That was the best strat, honestly. That carried me to P7, that did.
So what you're saying is there's a 4 stops away to go?
Yeah, just literally break your wing twice, spin in turn 6 by touching the grass. You're grand, lads, honestly, you're fine. After that, you're guaranteed a victory, or a safety car, one or the other, but still, more than likely the second.
The latter.
Yeah, just pick one and then stick to it. But we have 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5 red lights, and for Tier 0, we're racing. It's a good getaway, very good getaway from Colin. Not such a good getaway from Armar, but he's going to be able to hold him off. Chris is going to go alongside Colin into turn 1, and then that's going to drag down to turn 2. Chris will have the outside line, which I actually find the preferred line for turn 3. But he holds
Rassam's tumbled down the order, and so's Lorpy. So I think contact's been made at entry of turn 3. Which is easily done on the opening lap, because you got everyone trying to give each other room, and when you got all the cars trying to filter through that opening couple corners, contact is almost inevitable when you got about two cars wide, and it's the downhill nature of the corner as well.
The fact that you've got a corner coming and you've got no time to brace yourself, because you've got 3 corners coming at you within the first 3 seconds of the lap, and it's like,
yeah, as soon as you've entered turn 1, you got tier 2 straight in your turn 2 straight in your face.
Yeah, then it's turn 3. Oh, crap! I got to turn left. There you go. It's like, God help me, please. But
Williams, McLaren, Williams, the top 4. What year is this?
Yeah, and then you got Aston Martin in P5. The Newey Powers dragged him there, and then you got a Haas-Hole in P6. So
yeah, top 5, all powered by Mercedes engines. The works Mercedes engines not doing so well in 10th and 15th.
Yeah. So what? Yeah. So what we've worked out today is Carla said he's faster than Anne and Chris, and that Martin's trash. So God, Oh no.
You're
Cole,
just
you're
digging me a
dangerous.
grave now. You're just digging me a grave
No,
now.
don't worry, I've got the fishing rod out. It's all good. Oh, GTS is out.
GTS is gone. Turn 7.
Oh, Lorpy's round. I think that's wheel
I
disconnection
believe we've
issues
got a
again.
virtual 10 seconds for corner cutting for Lorpy, which
Yeah, that's harsh. He lost his
it's
rear and then
unfortunate.
it's that dodgy corner that we've always had. Oh, drive through for Rassam as well.
Rassam's got a drive through for speed and under VSC, so he didn't quite get his virtual down. And
the issue is for Lorpy,
the Delta,
it's physically impossible for him to get that off because he's going to have to serve it no matter what. So
yeah, because he hasn't stopped, and the Delta is flipping disgusting in that middle sector, whether it's a safety car or virtual, because it just drops.
No, there was a moment yesterday, I think it was the second safety car in Tier 4. And
back to green.
I was 3 seconds in the green. I then look back up and I'm 2 seconds in the red, and I've had to stop dead in the track to get it to avoid a penalty.
I got caught out by the Delta, especially on the safety car in Tier 1, because I was in the green, and then towards the end of the lap, the Delta just went red. I thought, oh Jesus!
Yeah, you literally have to pretty much stop dead in every corner to not go over the Delta in the middle sector.
If you go too far over, you got to practically slam on anchors and hope people seize you.
Yeah. Luckily, I was last and no one was near me, so it's fine.
Well, the front 4 are breaking away a little bit.
Yeah, they had a good little restart. Pole skips now becoming under a little bit of pressure from the Tier 3 championship leader. So
he's looking around the outside.
And he is. Good move from him.
It.
That is done. And that's the fastest lap for Nels in the process. So, yeah, it's all very close early laps here.
Nick BT hanging on well with the hard tyres at the moment, because at the moment the mediums will be the tyre, but the mediums will start to slowly go off now, and it'll slowly come to the hard runners as Nick BT on the inside of Dunbest Hornet makes the move, and Martin just behind looking to follow through, but does the sensible option and just sits behind going through turn 6. Although Denver's helmet goes a bit deep, and Martin had the optimal line, and Dunbest just going deep into 7, and
this is
worlds collide.
Very close racing.
Yeah. Ooh.
I thought single track was just about to Hamilton Verstappen that into cops in 2021. Then I thought Martin was going to go flying into a barrier.
Well, it is technically Mercedes on Red Bull-ish.
Well, yeah.
Oh, Chris Bailey fastest lap, so the front 3 have broken away from the other Hornet.
Yeah, certainly
Baby Hornet.
Baby Hornet's actually...
Although...
Actually, it's Chris who's dropped away. He's had a moment, I think, in turn 1.
Yeah, he's got back inside that 1 second, though.
Hornet, those white lines on the track mean stay in them. Cheers, mate. Thanks. I just thought I'd tell you a bit of advice from a local friendly neighbourhood corner.
The white lines define the racetrack.
Yeah, so honestly, I need to learn that.
And the white line also defines where the pit entry is and where the track is.
Well, they could just do what they do in Kota and just make them massive so you don't go off.
Or do Singapore, and if you leave it too late and you go in too deep, you're literally bouncing over red and yellow curbs, and that'll do the underside of the floor no good.
Yeah, no, but in Kota it was overboard ridiculous. In that fast, the penultimate corner, they could literally go so wide and still be in the track limits. So
I think you're referring to when NASCAR go to COTA in Texas, because I've seen them take that turn 18 or 19, whichever one it is, towards the end, and they have no regards for track limits. They're going miles wide.
I have a question. As a commentator, can I put my hands up in the stewards and report Baby Hornet for driving off track in turn 4 again? Sorry.
No.
Twice he's done that now. Back to back. I'm ashamed of him.
Armar's starting to stretch his legs now. He's got Colin out of a second.
He is. He'll be praying that Chris just doesn't get past him, because obviously Chris is, we know, not quite as quick as Carl, but he's quick. So it's like, it's game on if he gets through Armar here. I do find it very graceful of you though, Carl, to like not turn up to tier 0 to give everyone a chance.
I'll just do the opposite from the comms box.
You just destroy them all from there.
I think you're doing a better job for me.
Oh no, I'm having the fun. I'm having the time of my life, mate. Honestly, I am. I love comms. I don't think people love me being on it, but tough. Oh, I think that's Rassam a lap down. Oh, that's not good for Rassam.
Yeah,
he had that drive through and it's kind of destroyed his race.
There's a few gaps starting to form between cars and a few trains like battles. You've got the front three, then you've got Scrap with Nels, well, Baby Hornet, Nels and Polsky. You got G-Star single track Nick BT, and then the next close battle to that is probably Maverick and Smith further down, although that gap's now opened up to 1.7.
Yeah. Also, I just want to say, GTS, you're very quiet, and I know for a fact you're watching, so could you tell what happened, please?
My guess would probably be a wheel disconnection.
No, my guess is a skill issue, but hey. No, he gives me
we've got first
so
pit
much...
up, G-Start.
Yeah.
Rassam's retired in the pits after going a lap down.
I mean, it's a bit early, but at the same time, his race was disastrous at that point.
Yeah, so
no, it will be looked at by
G-Star's the first one to pull the trigger, coming in on lap 8, end of lap 7 onto lap 8 for a new set of tyres, so...
Yeah, sure is.
Well, he's gone medium, so he's gone for a medium route, so he's still got a pit again because he's only used one set of tyres.
Yeah. So he's committed to the 2-stop.
Yeah.
Sorry, I'm just doing steward's duties.
Well, the top 6 are in 2 separate battles. You got Armar, Red, Chris and Colin. I believe Chris now is P2 and we've missed that one, so now Chris is putting the pressure on Armar.
I learned yesterday that I think taking a late apex into turn 1
is Baby
really...
Hornet's dropped it at turn 2. Turn 1, turn 2.
Guarantees in life, death, taxes and Baby Hornet spinning. It was always going to happen. No, sorry, Simon. You was doing okay.
GTS in the YouTube chat. Wheel disconnected in quali, and then again in the race. Posted in Discord. Nothing I can do. So yeah, another wheel disconnection for GTS, both in quali and race this time.
Excuses. Anyway, Colin and Chris. Good battle for P2. Armar sort of pulled away, but they are reaching a bit of traffic, aren't they?
Yeah. That's Seb Mail in the Mercedes getting out of the way just then.
Yeah, sure
yeah,
is.
Armar getting the handicap treatment. Williams versus 2 McLarens.
You see, that's
Seb Mail 10 seconds for exceeding.
He's
yeah, because he's getting out
of
the way of.
Chris is going for the 2-stop.
It depends. We'll soon find out, and it looks to be the hard tyres. So he's possibly looking at the. It's going to be a long way to go from the mediums on here, so it could probably still be the 2-stop, like a medium hard, but Seb Mail's retired in the pits now as well, after going a lap down.
I have to say though, after yesterday, so I think I did a 10 lap, 11 lap stint on the hards. I was on about 40%, so they could quite easily do 20 laps here.
Yeah, so we might see Chris try and eke out the one stop, because I believe last season when we had Brazil, because obviously we're running Brazil again this season as well because of the glitchiness that is Bahrain that was replaced by this race. I believe Saviour, I think it was either Tier 1 or Tier 0, one of the two, probably Tier 1. Saviour won that on a one stop, and it baffled a lot of people.
Yeah.
Nels is in now as well. Believe this will be for hard tyres.
I still to this day love this track because it's the greatest race I've ever commentated in MRC happened here, and this isn't me like trying to rage bait Chris either. I'm not trying to rage
if
bait.
I'm correct, yeah, you're on about that drag race between Saviour and Chris.
The whole race was just absolutely on the edge. Like, as a commentator, I like both people. Obviously, me and Chris work together a lot in management. Saviour's just, you know, the nicest guy on planet Earth. I didn't care who won, and I was on the edge of my seat from the end of lap 1 to the end of lap 36, and it is the greatest race like, even compared to some of the greatest real life F1 races, I've never been that hooked on a race. Seriously, it was unbelievable. But yeah,
Armar controlling very, very well out front. He's hardly dropped the lead once as
Armar
is in, and I think Colin's carried on.
Yeah, I mean, Chris pulling that undercut. We saw firsthand this week how big the undercut was here.
Oh, the undercut last week as well in, I believe,
that was beautiful last week.
Was ridiculous. I think you said it was about 6 seconds, the undercut, or something or other.
Chris pitted I think it was 2 laps before, I want to say, Eugenie. And
Chris is now ahead of Armar because of that undercut. He's just ahead of him now as he comes out the pit, so Armar loses the place to Chris.
That's about 1.8 seconds he's gained then by the undercut there. But in Kota, Chris was 6 seconds off Eugenie and came out side by side with him on the undercut. That's how wild the undercut in Kota was.
I think we'll see Colin come in this lap to try and cover both Chris and Armar off, but I believe because he's gone 2 laps longer, about 3 laps longer than Chris, and a lap longer than. Oh, he's going even longer, so he's giving up track position for better. Yeah, he's giving up track position for better tyres.
He's praying for a safety car. Now I could be nice.
Polsky's gone through as well. He's doing the same as Colin, both still on those medium tyres.
Colin, if you transfer me £100 right now, I'll bring out a safety car. I'll curse someone.
And so single track, he's stretching those medium tyres out as well.
Yeah, he's certainly. I mean, Ant would do a whole race distance on the mediums though.
Sternberg with 3 seconds.
Yeah, I think he's the first 3-second penalty, isn't he? Because Lawfey's obviously 10. So
yeah,
not ideal for him, but he's still doing well. The Tier 4 driver in P9 at the minute, holding his own.
One thing to call out at the moment is there's only 15 running, so as long as you finish, you're guaranteed points.
Yeah, if I see one more person retire in the pits, instant blacklist, I promise you, because there is no reason for you to be retiring. Literally none. You can have rear wing damage, get to the end, you're going to get points. No, I'm being serious though.
It would be like a tortoise.
It would be ridiculous, absolutely stupid of you right now to retire.
Colin and Polsky have carried on for another lap, whereas single track has decided to come in on the end of lap 13. So
those guys are
banking a day on those
on fresh tyres at this stage at the end. That's what they're banking on. Here.
Especially Especially Colin, he's gave up track position to both Chris and Armar for better tyre life towards the end.
Yeah. Chris and Omar are trading positions here like crazy.
Yeah, Armar with slightly fresher tyres, but Chris's will be in working window now, where I believe Armar is starting to get into the working temperature of the hards, whereas Chris pitting 2 laps earlier, he's got those hards working where he wants it, but they are pretty much nose to tail around this lap, as I believe Colin's gone round again.
I just realised they're 2 former champions of this tier.
Yes, they are, because Armar,
Won
I
debut
believe,
season,
won the debut
Chris the season
season, and
after.
then Chris finally breaking that curse and finally getting a championship to his name. Big lockup for Armar behind Chris going into turn 1.
Yeah, I thought he was going straight into the back of that McLaren then. I was like, oh no, please God. That would be not fun to deal with the stewards. Especially as Armar runs
in the middle of the track, trying to go around. Now Chris is locking up, trying to defend from Armar going around the outside.
I hope Max and Lewis are watching. That's how you go side by side.
That's tight. And Armar sensibly backs out into turn 6.
Yeah, if he tried to move in turn 6, I'd be like, okay, 7 watching and 3 likes. Yeah, Carl, I want you to do what Martin did yesterday and threaten to break every single person's legs that doesn't like this video.
I will look for you. I will find you, and I'll break your kneecaps.
Yeah, and then he will eat them in front of you.
I'm not a cannibal.
He's the red-eyed monster. But no, sorry, but yeah, no, your legs will be snapped, and you will not be racing in MRC again because you won't be able to put anything on the pedals. Unless you want to do it with your hands.
Colin and Polsky have gone round again. They've gone a ridiculous amount of length on these mediums.
Yeah, they are.
At this rate,
what's the PG
Colin's
way of saying
coming out
crazy? Nutters. There you go.
Yeah,
we know that they're
possibly.
nutters.
Yeah, but he's going to be coming out quite a ways behind both Chris and Armar, especially with the undercut that they're having on him. But yes, he's going to have significant tyre life compared to the pair of them, but catching is all well and good, but as we know, overtaking is just another question altogether.
Yeah. I mean, it's really not the easiest track to overtake at. It might look like, turn 1, look at how long the straight is. No, sadly.
Colin's finally in after doing 15 laps on those
I'm going to make a prediction.
Mediums.
I think he's going to be 8.4 seconds behind.
Polsky has carried on though, he's going a lap longer, so Polsky really stretching out those mediums on that Aston Martin. Right, and Colin is coming out
8.4. I guarantee you 8.4. Are you ready for this? This is going to be the most iconic rubbish you've ever seen in your life.
He's going to beat Nels out, so as Armar and Chris trading places again side by side through 5.
Oh my God, I'm actually really close. I'm about...
Go on.
Okay, I'm not that close. I'm about a second off. That's still not bad though. I'll take it. Actually, no. Look. So Nels is 3.8 off. It's actually about right. Genuinely. In my dream. Let's have a look because Holtis leads. Okay, he comes in the pits now. I tell you what though, that worked out really well for Colin, having the clean air.
Yeah, that's probably what he was looking at as well, was the clean air. As Chris goes very defensive at 1 and locks up as Armar looks to go around the outside. Chris holds the lead though.
Is it good now, Andrew? My mic. Can you let me know?
Yeah, it was like a buzzing hornet in my right ear.
Is it better now?
It is now. It felt.
Yeah.
It sounded like you walked into the middle of a flipping hurricane.
Oh, I wish I did.
It's all right now, anyway.
I'd have started the IRL stream then. Hey guys, welcome to the hurricane here in Reading. Oh god, I'm so hyper today. I don't know what's wrong with me.
What have you been drinking?
Oh, you don't want to know. I don't think I can talk about it live. Nels is actually not that far. Wait, has Colin passed Nels?
Yeah,
No.
Colin came out behind. No, he got in
No,
front
yeah, he
of
was in front,
Nels.
wasn't he?
Yeah, it's Polski's finally pitted and come out about 2.5 seconds behind Baby Hornet, but Polski on the fresh hards now, and you can already see the difference of Colin's hard tyres being a lot fresher than Chris and Armar's. Yes, he's having to get it into the right temperature to work, but that gap, apart from that lock up into one, he's gradually bringing it down. But
yeah, in the first sector he will lose out because of the fact that obviously Armar's being dragged along,
being pulled along by Chris, and also having DRS. So,
but in the middle sector he will gain a lot.
Yeah, you'll see the delta drop during the middle sector, because it's gone from 5.9 to 5.5 just in a matter of 2 corners, because you've got Chris and Armar fighting.
I think it's going to be under 5 by the time this lap ends, possibly. It's going down real quick. That's a 6/10 game so far. 7/10 game this lap. Nearly over a second now.
Yeah, I'm just looking at something for Chris and Armar. They're very similar on something that I will not disclose.
Oh, I wonder what on earth you could be talking about. Oh, that's interesting. Yeah, but look, they've just pulled another 5
taken
tenths.
the lead back now.
They've pulled another 5 tenths there on that straight to Colin.
Yeah.
So,
as you can see, Colin in the back of shot as he came through turn 3, as Chris and Armar were going through turn 4.
Chris is struggling, I think. I think he's hit a graining phase on those tyres because his rear end is twitchy.
One thing I know about Chris is he does like a twitchy rear, but I don't think he likes it when it goes too twitchy, so he has been on those hard tyres a lot longer than, 2 laps longer than Armar, and I believe it's about 7 laps longer than what Colin has so far.
Yeah. Yep. Well, it's always good to see you, Monster. Make sure you've liked the video, because if I find out you've got and posted that in the comments and not liked the video, trouble.
I'll break your kneecaps.
Yeah. And I'll eat them. So,
are you all cannibals from Reading?
Partly. It's in our genes. It's all part of the game. The game's the game, you know. Anyway.
Yeah, Colin's about 5 seconds now. It's opened up again because of DRS, but it did drop to below 5 seconds, where it's, as you say, it's going to drop in that middle sector, but then it's just going to open up in the first and final sector. So it will gradually come down because he's taking chunks out the pair of them in the second sector, because of obviously having that fresher hard tyres. As I believe Baby Hornet and Sternberg have just come in for their final stop, so they've just made their second and last stop. We've got Sternberg on mediums and Baby Hornet on a set of hards.
15 laps on a set of mediums is going to be juicy for Sternberg, though. So
Maverick's just pitted for his, I believe, what is his first stop. He's finally got off those hard tyres. He's took them a long way. As you say, the hard tyres can do 20 laps around here, and Maverick took them about 22.
Yeah, he's done a sterling job there, has to be said. Good first stint, solid, so yeah, not much to complain.
And since we've had all the pit stops back now, the only two that's really in a scrap is Armar and Chris, because everybody else is outside of a second.
We've got a close one starting to come between G-Star and Dumbest Hornet, possibly. But
yeah, Dumbest Hornet on, I would say, a lot fresher. Fresher. His tyres will be a lot fresher than G-Star's because.
Whoa, 14 laps on mediums. God.
Yeah, I think he went medium as well, so I wonder if G-Star's going to be putting a set of softs on for the end.
No, because if he's going to go soft, he needs to go another 6 laps minimum, and...
We'll find out, because...
I might stay on board with him and just see... Let's play a game of bingo, guys. Predict the lap G-Star gets predict the lap that G-Star gets a puncture.
Chris is putting another set of hard tyres on for the last stint.
Right, so
he has gone 2-stop.
He's trying to pull a 2-stop. We know Armar's going to the end, surely. There's no way.
We know Colin's definitely going to the end because he went about 15 or so laps on the set of mediums, so he's definitely going to the end on those hard tyres.
Yeah, so Chris is definitely going to... If he wants to win this race, he definitely has to overtake his teammate. That's without a shadow of a doubt. After that,
he's got to take Polsky as well because Polsky's about the same as Colin, so he too will be looking at going to the end on those hards as well because he pitted a lap just before Colin, so they're about roughly the same.
If Armar doesn't pit this lap, he's got to go to the end, in my opinion.
He's got 6.3 seconds to Colin, so that gap is actually opened out a little bit.
Yeah. But we don't have one DRS fight right now, guys. Come on. Give me some racing. You're going to make me watch Chris Bailey, and I definitely don't want to do that. So, because he's the man that's going to be on the charge at this stage. So we'll see. Yeah, Pole Skips is definitely one to watch. He's not making too much time up on Nels, though, when you look at Nels is on 13 lap old hards.
Yeah, so the question is, are Nels and Armar going to take those hard tyres to the end from here from when they pitted, or are they going to because the problem Armar's got is he knows Colin's on a 1-stop, so I think he's got to stay out and take those to the end, because if he does pit, he's going to come out behind Chris. And he's going to come out way behind Colin, and he's not going to have the laps to gain that time back. So I think Armar has to stay out till the end now.
Yeah, very true.
I mean, he's keeping the gap well to Colin. He's keeping it around about the 6-second mark. So Colin's not actually gaining that much on. Armar, so Armar's carrying some very strong, consistent laps and pace at this stage on these tyres.
Yeah.
So he's not actually losing time to Colin, despite the difference in tyre life.
The thing is here, right? So Chris has got to overtake most likely 4 cars here to win the race. Yeah. By the time he gets to, let's say, if he's going to catch Armar, I'd say it'll be last lap, maybe penultimate lap, okay? By that time, he's going to hit a graining phase, and he will naturally be a bit slower.
That's probably what we're seeing with Colin at the moment, why the gap's eking out.
He's had a moment. He spun.
Oh, we've got a virtual.
He spun. Yeah, Colin spun.
Has he?
Yeah, because that gap was at 6 seconds, two corners ago.
Yeah, and now it's down to 10.
Armar's pit. Oh, yeah, that's played into his hands beautifully. Colin stays out. He's going for track position.
Yeah, Armar practically gets a free pit stop. Chris is going to be seething with this, though, because this is not what he wanted. Nell's in as well. He's taking advantage of it. Polsky stays out with Chris right under his gearbox as we go green again. Chris goes around the outside before turn 1.
It's going to be close-ish.
Armar's out ahead of Chris.
Yeah, he is by 3 or so seconds, so it has not worked out for the blowhole.
No, that's gone completely against Chris. And to be honest, Armar now is on mediums with about 11 laps to go and 11 seconds to Colin. And obviously, Colin with that spin is going to have quite a bit of wear on those hard tyres. So Armar's going to be flying now on a fresh set of mediums.
Yep, I am here. Can you just talk for a couple of minutes if that's all right? I am here. I've just got some.
Yeah, no worries.
Thank you. I'll be on with like the leaders.
Yeah, so Polsky keeping tabs with Chris, even though he's dropping back ever so slightly. Just dropped out of DRS. So the Aston Martin will not have DRS down towards turn 1, so that allows Chris a reprieve, but Polsky did get in the 1 second thanks to the tow from the McLaren, so Polsky in DRS down to turn 4, but he's 8/10 off the McLaren, so he's not close enough to make any headway. That gap out front now, 9.7 seconds between Colin and Armar, so that is coming down at a rapid rate, with Armar being on those fresh medium tyres, pitting under the virtual safety car, took full advantage of it.
It's really worked out well for him.
Yeah, Maverick's just got out of the way as well. He's letting the leaders through. That gap down to 9.3, so that gap's coming down ever so surely. I'm surprised G-Star's still out there. He's on those mediums. He hasn't used any other tyre yet. He's used 2 sets of mediums, so he's still got to make another stop. And
can someone
the way he's going,
let us know who's on the stream at the minute, because I'm currently not in the room.
Well, you currently got it on Armar at the moment in P2.
Okay, that's good then. That's the battle for the lead, so.
Yeah, so as we've got, it's down to 8.6, so that's gradually coming down, and the gap to Chris is opening up, because that's the difference between the hards and the mediums. But yeah, mention G-Star. He's been on those medium tyres 20 laps, so. And I don't think he's used any other tyre, because I'm not lead com. I'm just going to check the race directory on tyres. Yeah, G-Star's only used 2 sets of mediums, so he's got to stop again. So he's looking at a set of softs for the final stint. So he's really taking those mediums a long way to make that work.
Yeah.
Because he has to pit again, because as I say, he's only used 1 set of tyres. He's done 2 sets of mediums, so
yeah, he certainly has.
The gap out front is now down to 7.4.
Yeah, interesting.
And I mean, drop him.
Chris has really been hit hard by this virtual safety car.
Yeah, his undercut attempt was pretty much
null and void,
kryptonited by that virtual safety car, and the worst thing about it is it was his teammate that brought it out, so that's going to be even worse about the situation.
Yeah, it most certainly is.
But despite the negatives, it's still looking a very solid result for McLaren, because whichever way you look at it, we could be looking at the McLarens both on the podium.
Yeah, I don't see that changing somehow, but
yeah, which places is another question.
Yeah, I think Chris, it's going to be hard for him to get past Armar at this stage. He may get close to Colin, but I don't think he's going to get close enough.
And it depends as well if Armar can. Yes, Armar's catching Colin at a rate of knots with. I believe he's going to get DRS off the back mark, and no, he's a bit too far back as G-Star's got 3 seconds.
Yeah,
so yeah, G-Star has finally pitted again, so he's done his final stop, and he is on a set of soft tyres.
Yeah, that's a mammoth stint he's just gone on.
Yeah, that middle medium stint was ridiculous.
Can you please send me the tyre wear percentage of those tyres, please? at the end, if that's okay. Because I'd
Yeah,
love to
I'd
know
like
what they
to
were
know
on.
that as well. Because that's 20 plus laps on a set of medium tyres.
Not a chance could I do that.
No. But gap's still coming down out front. But
Not as much
the
as it
question
needs
is,
to, though.
no, I think the performance side of the mediums has finally gone, because it's about 3 or 4 laps that you get the performance of the mediums, and then it starts to drop off. So there still may be a saving reprieve for Colin at this rate, because it depends on how much Armar takes out of those medium tyres. But gap will still be coming down, because Colin's going to be going through a bit of a nursing phase now with those hard tyres.
Yeah, definitely.
Because even though he did go quite long on the mediums for about 14, 15 laps, he's still got to take the hard tyres quite away. So
I have a
he's
feeling this
having
might
to
work
eat
out
that out.
for Colin.
It does look that, because as you mentioned, the gap's coming down. It's coming a lot. It's coming down quite a lot in that middle sector, but it's not coming down much in the other 2 sectors. So I believe the best of those mediums have gone for Armar, and it's now down to his skill.
Yeah. Well, we've got a bit of a battle starting to form for P5 though between Nels and Single Track. So
Yeah, and G-Star recently setting the fastest lap of 1:10 on those brand new soft tyres.
yeah, he's going to be approaching his friend Lorpy very, very quickly.
Yeah, just but saying the same again on for the soft tyres with to the mediums. The performance of the soft tyres practically go within 2 laps, so he's had the best of the soft tyres now. But it's how much he's took out of them from the start. But we'll see, because he's in almost the same situation as Armar is, but Armar's got that down to 2.8, 2.9, so it's going to come down to the very latter stages of this race. It's going to be very close to the end.
Yeah, most definitely.
But the saving grace that as Armar's now took the fastest lap, so he's on a charge. He can see the McLaren in the distance. And but all that time, I believe that is the Sauber of vans that's been glued to the rear end of Colin throughout this segment of the race.
Yeah, 1.7.
Yeah, Armar really getting that gap down. Interesting fight coming up though. Further down, we've got single track in DRS range of Nels. So that's
Hornet's out.
Baby Hornet's gone. Virtual.
Oh wow. You won't see anyone pit. The gap will be too big with 3 laps to go.
Yeah. And,
a full safety car would have made this absolutely.
Oh yeah, if it were a full safety car, then different kettle of fish. But
yeah, a full safety car would have made this a grandstand finish.
But still, the virtual kind of falls into Colin's hands, because it neutralises.
Look at the gap.
But we have gone green again.
It was 1.8 before.
Yeah.
And now it's 2.8.
2.8. So Armar taking it quite easy under that virtual, so trying to save as much life.
Being hindered, because don't forget he couldn't go past Vans under the VSC.
Yes, he had.
So if Vans was slower, he naturally had to back off even more.
Yeah, so that may have worked into Colin's favour even more.
I think Colin may have this, because Armar at most is going to get 1 attempt.
Yeah, if anything, it's just going to be the one attempt, and if he does get that one attempt, he's got to make it count.
Yeah, because next lap's penultimate lap. He's not in the DRS for that, confirmed. He might get one attempt down to turn 1 and one attempt down to turn 4 at best.
It depends on how this lap for Armar goes, because as you say, he's not in DRS this lap. He may not even get DRS on the next lap.
No, if he doesn't get it next lap, then it's pretty much game over. But
although it is 1.8 as he comes round turn 3.
Yeah, he's got a lot more grip. I reckon he could get DRS down to turn 1.
He hasn't got a lot of although I will say the battery levels are relatively close.
Yeah, and he is harvesting in the middle sector because he's got the red flashing light. So he's pulling a Connor and using 0 in the...
So's Colin as well. He's harvesting in that middle sector as well, so he knows what he needs to do to try and keep that Williams at bay.
Look at the gap, is so close.
It's going to come down to the last lap. If anything, he's not going to have DRS for turn 1, but he will have it for turn 4. But as we know, turn 4 is just as difficult to overtake as it is for turn 1. So
I don't think he is. And he's got to be super late on the brakes to be able to get it here.
Yeah, because the detection is in between. Yeah, the detection point is just before the turn 1. Yeah, 8 tenths.
He might get. This could end up being a repeat of that very race I was talking about earlier.
Oh yeah, sprint to the line. Both of them are going to be. Both are going to be harvesting their battery through sector 2.
This is it, guys. It comes down to this. A few middle sector corners. Then we're going to have a grandstand finish down to the racing line. Who's going to win it?
It depends on what kind of exit they'll get out of turn 13 or 14, one of the two. It depends what kind of exit they get, because you could be right up against the car behind, but if you get a very bad exit, you're not going to benefit from but it's about 6 tenths. He's right on. He's getting it. I don't think he's not close enough.
He's got a good exit. Colin got a very good exit.
Yeah,
and he's done it. Yeah, Colin wins the Tier 0 race. Armar takes second. Chris will bring it home in third after being a bit screwed by the safety car. And then pole skips. What a quiet but brilliant race he's had, by the way.
Yeah, he's kept his nose clean and kept out of trouble. And yeah, he's brought it home. P4, one stopper, just like Colin did.
Yeah. Single track as well. Nice, what a drive from him. P6.
Yeah, Nels as well in P5 as well. So Nels having a nice quiet race. P5, as you say, single track P6.
Yeah, Nick will bring it home in P7. Then Dumbest Hornet. A great race from him as well, actually, like P8.
Yeah, Law P will get P9.
Yeah, Law P will get P9. G-Star wasn't able. I'm guessing his tyres have probably gone off because he's only gained 4 seconds since he pitted.
Yeah, so those soft tyres gave the ghost up to the end, but that's a great result for Colin. He stretched those mediums out and made it work, and I think that that late virtual did save him a little bit, but as you say, Armar was stuck behind a lap car, so obviously he had to react to a slower car in front under that virtual, which kind of gave a gap for Colin. I think if it weren't for that virtual, I think it would have been Armar's, but we'll never know.
No, we definitely won't. But provisional finishing results for Tier 0. Colin takes the win. Armar is second. Chris Bailey is third. Pole skips fourth. Nels fifth. Single track sixth. Nick BT in seventh. Dumbest Hornet in eighth. Lorpy ninth. G-Star 10th. Vans is 11th. Smith 12th. Jernberg 13th. Maverick 14th. Baby Hornet. Maverick was the last of the finishes. Baby Hornet was classified but won't get the point for it. Seb Mail, Rassam and GTS Drag King all did not finish. Who's your driver of the day, Mr. Edens?
despite well, I'll give the likes of Single Track a nod because he's gone from 11th to 6th, so a big game for him. Nels from 7th to 5th, but even though he started on 2nd place, to do that one stop and just hold off Armar at the end, I think I'm going to give mine to Colin.
Yeah, I'm going to agree. I think to stick to his guns in a pressure situation like that, he's done really well. And okay, he got a bit lucky and a bit saved.
Yeah, shout out to G-Star, though, for that middle stint on mediums.
Yeah, incredible. And Martin on his hard stint. I think he did 22 laps at the end. So, yeah.
So there's been quite a few good performances on tyre life.
Yeah, most certainly has. But that is it. Tier 0 rounds up Brazil for the week. Next week we go to Mexico. So, yeah, Tier 2, you'll see Carl on track at 7 o'clock. Tier 1 will be at 8:45, and then Tier 3, 4, as always, on Wednesday with Tier 0 back here, 7 o'clock next Thursday. Do not miss it. Don't forget to leave a like, otherwise Carl is breaking your kneecaps, and subscribe and all that good stuff. But yeah, thank you all for watching.
Yeah, be careful because you'll have both me and Martin on you for not liking and that.
Oh, and Andrew. Yeah.
And Andrew. Yeah, we can't leave Andrew out.
Yeah, and I will thank you very much for joining me, Carl.
No worries, pleasure.
Yeah. All right, well, we will see you all next week. Thank you very much.